Taking on a second team out of the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. From the 10. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And right away, he lost the football.
I'm only going to be
and
able
it's
to
picked
carry
up
it
by
so
the
far.
Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Touchdown!
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is...
And he loses the football a second time.
A fumble on the play.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
throw again. Jackson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for the end zone, the third down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Buccaneers.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Vikings, nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now KJ Osborne. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
KJ Osborne on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Johnson on the return. Johnson jostles free. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
It's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson, 61 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And
oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they're off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
Cousins pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end. Dalvin Cook, 61 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
For the point after.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, one more time.
Won't he just stand still?
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Vikings.
Here's Madison. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Madison, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Levante David.
They'll run it with Madison. And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
At the Vikings.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 26. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
In Jackson. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete.
Jackson's
good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Just keeping the play alive. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Yards. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
and he saw the opposing team recovering.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Osborne. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Chris Jones on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
The 26-yard line.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was brought down by Kevin Minter. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
tackle made.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Gain on the play.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman of the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. This is a screen to Abdullah. And the play go get to 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
At their own 24.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson, 76 yards. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and short.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
The pass.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot.
3-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Succop now for the Tampa Bay field goal.
Succop on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Looking deep for Julio. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touch.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Is no good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Here's Osborne. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Amir Abdullah, 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for...
Now here's Johnson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
Tyler Johnson. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He juked him. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Cousins on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards.
Cousins again. And that's incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
It's a 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Julio Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And this is
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And now running right through him. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark.
And Abdullah lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
The beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. 1st down, here's Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's third.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
His kick is good.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what off?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The pass.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Cousins. Quickly to Thielen as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Down Minnesota.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Johnson, the one he was looking for. But now it's third and goal.
Third and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
what. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense. They have been porous all game long. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Cousins pass.
Yet another. Another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
At the 10-yard line.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like
Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
it took them an extra look, but now they're going to fake it. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion.
Partner, that type of a lead. And they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Here's Osborne. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be... Safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Able to slither by. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just...
That he's into the clear. 30, 10, 5, and mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.